Hey, Shalom. This is a article I just got after I just did a video, but for some reason the video is not uploading. It's not uploading, but it's all good though. This kind of ties into what I was speaking about, and I'm probably gonna touch on it in this video. Lord willing, I can get this uploaded. Giving the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua as always. Media and Democrats are launching second war on terror against Americans. Glenn Greenwald warns, and I heard this years ago, man, that the Americans were gonna be, the enemies of the state. And you can see it all happening now, with this whole Trump Capitol Hill insurrection thing. They're saying they're trying to get Trump impeached for inciting insurrection. All right, which that word insurrection, it means a violent uprising against an authority or government. And they're saying that, based on the things that he's said and the conspiracy theories that's floating around, that's what caused that uprising in DC, which that whole shit was a fucking stage. That shit was planned. It was an act. It was a bunch of actors, right? But they're going to bring real changes from this, and they're using this as a precedence to change things according to their wicked agenda. And again, you like this. The title of this article says that the Americans are going to be the terrorists. All right, domestic terrorism is going to begin to be more of a conversation piece real soon. They're gonna bring those words back up in the media, real soon. Domestic terrorism, terrorist, all right, anarchist, all right, and that's gonna be from people here, because you look up the what is it, the King Alfred plan, the Rex 84, the Southern Poverty Law Center. They list these different so-called domestic terrorism. They have Black Hebrew Israelites on there. They have what's some more? The KKK, which all these other organizations they ain't worried about them. They really worried about the men that are teaching this word, man. This is the real thing that they worry about. All right, so let's see how long this is. All right, let's just see. It says some of the very same people behind the original war on terror are now helping start a new one against Americans. Journalist Glenn Greenwald warned amid a rising crackdown on free speech among the chaos of the U.S. Right, because free speech is what's giving way to so-called conspiracy theories acting on their conspiracy theories, which Capitol Hill was that. So they're going to say, anyone that's speaking the things that they don't want, that they deem as conspiracy, things that they deem that after fact checking is incorrect, things that are against the narrative, you're going to be silenced, man. You ain't going to be able to say what you want to say out here real soon. Greenwald is a lawyer who turned to journalism in 2005 to protest the suppression of American civil liberties under the Bush-Cheney war on terror. He ended up playing a key role in publishing NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden's revelations about the illegal mass spying on Americans. On Friday, however, he sounded alarm over what he saw as history repeating. There is absolutely a new war on terror being initiated, he tweeted. This new one is aimed inward, domestically. Yep. That's right. That's right, man. Several hundred supporters of President Donald Trump first breached the police barriers to enter the Capitol grounds, then broke into the building itself, but eventually dispersed after Trump called for peace and order. Yeah, so, the war is coming here. Let's look up Rex 84. All right, Rex 84. Readiness Exercise 84 is a contingency plan developed by the U.S. Feds to suspend the U.S. Constitution, declare martial law, place military commanders in charge of state and local governments, and detain large numbers of American citizens who were deemed to be national security threats. In the event that the president declared a state of domestic national emergency, the plan stated that events that might cause such a declaration would be widespread U.S. opposition to a U.S. military invasion abroad. I'll just scroll down. They patterned the plan on a 1970 report written by FEMA Chief Louis Giuffrida at the Army War College, which proposed the detention of up to 21 million American Negroes if there was a black militant uprising in the United States. You see? And what they're calling that black militant uprising now is what we're doing. Just reading the Bible. All right, they've placed this in a category, and they call it the Black Hebrew Israelites. All right, and this is what the serpent does, man. When you go to Revelation, the 12th chapter, and the 10th verse, it says, and I heard a loud voice saying, in heaven now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. All right, the accuser of our brethren is Esau, the Edomites. All right, so this is John speaking into the future sense of seeing, Esau being taken down, when the Lord comes. But it says that he would be the accuser of the brethren, which the Greek word kategorio, which is where you get that word category. All right, to accuse before a judge to make an accusation. All right, going to the root word, an accuser, a name given to the devil by the rabbis. And we know that devil means the adversary. All right, Esau Edom is the adversary of the Heavenly Father, his son, the angels, his chosen people, and ultimately all of creation. All right, so this is Esau putting us into a category. All right, calling us the Black Hebrew Israelites, even though time after time we tell them we're not the Black Hebrew Israelites. There's no such thing as black. You have Hispanics, you have Native Americans, you have so-called white Hebrew Israelites, you have so-called Chinese Hebrew Israelites, you have Israelites that look like all nations, all right? But see, this is what he does. Existence of a master military contingency plan of which Rex 84 was a part, quote-unquote garden plot, and a similar earlier exercise, Lantern Spike, was originally. So he has all these different things planned, all right? He already has these things written. He has them on paper, because this is what Esau does. He writes things, all right? He prescribes the things that he's going to do. And then as time moves forward, he eventually stages things to happen, and then he acts these things out because they were already written out. All right, so real soon, like we've been telling you, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, beginning with the elders and apostles, that that martial law was going to come here, concentration camps. All right, because the target. All right, you Americans are all placed in categories. You even have what some call the black list, the blue list, the red list. All right, people are on these different lists. All right, and Esau has plans of moving on you, man. He has plans of moving on us. All right, everyone is on the radar here, man. And life as you know it is never going back. Okay, it's never gonna be the way it once was. All right, concerts and all of that shit, man, and all this entertainment and mirth, and all of those days are done. All right, you had your fun. We've had fun here, even though we're in captivity. We've had our moments where we have fun, we have memories here, but at the end of the day, this is still captivity, and we have to be serious and be sober about what's going on. All right, so what's coming down the pipe is very serious, man. All right, this with this whole Trump and U.S. thing, it's a reason why this is all their media is talking about. Esau controls the media. All right, through his media, this is his way of controlling the narrative. All right, it's a reason why he has this on all the news, Fox 5, all right, CBS, all right, WSB-TV, All right, because he orchestrated that, man. That was full of actors. All right, and he's gonna bring something from this. You better believe that. All right, so now is the time, like I mentioned, to be sober, to be on your watch, because the end of all things is at hand. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. The NLT says the end of the world is coming soon. Therefore, be earnest and disciplined in your prayers. All right, the end of the age. All right, that word world, it really, in the context it's used here, is the age. All right, the age of the heathen. All right, Daniel the 7th chapter, the fourth beast, which represented the Edomites coming into rulership. All right, we're at the end of their time. They had a time that they would be given to control the earth and have the resources and oppress the earth and the creation and the inhabitants and the Israelites, and blaspheme the Heavenly Father, blaspheme His Son and the angels. All right, but these things, the end of these things are at hand. So now is the time to get your mind right, man, to come back to the Lord. All right, I'm gonna come back with another lesson later on, Lord willing. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.